Extending the transition period with the EU will land Britain with a bill of at least £400 billion, a new think tank report has revealed. The research by the Centre for Brexit Policy (CBP) has warned that delaying a full Brexit beyond the end of the year would be an act of madness. According to its analysis, the cost of delay would be at least 10 times higher than the controversial divorce bill in the withdrawal agreement. The CBP findings have shown that if attempts to make the transition period permanent succeed, then it could cost Britain as much as £4.6 trillion and torpedo efforts to recover from coronavirus. The findings have come as Remainers have launched a new push to keep Britain under EU rules beyond the end of this year when the transition period concludes. Boris Johnson has vowed to allow Britain to become fully free of the EU on December 31 and ruled out extending the transition period, but Labour led by Sir Keir Starmer and their Scottish Nationalist and Lib Dem Remainer allies have demanded an extension. A letter signed by Labour, SNP, Lib Dem and Green MPs was sent to EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier this week begging him to force an extension. However, research by the CBP has proven that remaining under EU rules will be extremely costly to Britain. The think tank has found that a combination of at least 5 massive actual or potential bills would fall on the UK taxpayer if ministers bow to growing delayer pressure from resurgent Remainer forces. The report notes that an extension means the UK will continue payment of the UK contribution of £11 billion a year net to the EU budget on top of a £39 billion divorce bill. In addition, the UK will miss out on lucrative free trade agreements (FTAs) from beyond the confines of the 27-member EU bloc, with talks already underway with the USA, Australia and New Zealand. Extending the transition period also means that Britain will have to keep adopting EU regulations, meaning it cannot make savings by cutting red tape. While the transition period continues, the UK will also be forced to accept free movement, meaning that the welfare bill for unskilled labour will continue to mount. There will also be potential liabilities for bailing out a bankrupt Eurozone and likely extra cash demands from Brussels by becoming entrapped in the new EU budget cycle that begins on January 1 next year. The cost of these 5 areas will be at least £400 billion according to the CBP, but could go as much as £4.6 trillion if transition becomes the permanent position of the UK. Highlighting the dangers posed by extending the transition period and Britain's continued effective membership of the EU, former Cabinet Minister Owen Paterson warned, "Britain is like a man standing by an unexploded bomb. The bomb is ticking, louder and louder.